What's good, everybody? It's your boy Joby Wan, and welcome to another episode of Taungsdays. Am I right? Right here on the Fan Force Alliance channel. Hope you guys are doing all right today. And today's gonna talk a little bit about some of the stuff I struggle with in my mental health and things, and how I cope with that, how music helps with that, how collecting helps with that, how Star Wars helps with that, and all the above. So I appreciate you guys for joining me here today. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I place a lot of my self-worth on like my successes and failures. So like if I'm attempting to do something or really trying to get something done or whatnot and it goes really well, or better than planned, like, it adds to my ability to see myself as worthy of something. Where the flip side of that is also true. If I do something, I set out to try something, it goes really badly. Oftentimes, it kind of makes me feel less than, or like I'm missing something, or something like that. Maybe you guys can relate to that. Um, Something else that I deal with oftentimes is my ability to regulate like my self-image. So, like, the way I see myself most of the time is, I'm a hip hop artist. I'm a Star Wars enthusiast. I'm a collector of the Star Wars Black Series. I make content around all of that. I have a part-time job, to help pay for some of the bills while I'm still growing that dream. And I do find, worthiness there, right? But also on the flip side of that, it's hard not to be judgmental, because I've been trudging along with variations of this dream for 20 plus years, to date myself a little bit here, and maybe 25 years. And even since I was a kid, a very small kid, I was involved in doing like entertainment and stuff like that. So, whenever you face struggles, it can be real easy to get down, and it's tough, Now, in the moment, whenever something is tough, it's kind of hard to see how the day-to-day healthy things that you do actually put you on a trajectory towards stability. Speaking for myself, anyway. Um, and a lot of times it has to do with like my music and actually having something to create. Um, knowing that I can go throw on some, episode of The Mandalorian, or maybe I can throw on one of the movies from the Star Wars franchise. And I mean, there's other franchises I enjoy too, but just to use, for this example, and it gives me a chance to kind of escape into something else that I enjoy and think about things in a different way. And sorry if it's a little windy. We're getting some bands of a hurricane that are currently hitting Louisiana, which, big shout out to any of my friends and fam that might be dealing with that there on the coast of Louisiana. We got lucky here, man. It just missed us. So, but you in the moment, sometimes it's easy to get caught up in how hard things might be, or maybe the challenge that you're facing might seem a little bit more challenging because of whatever you might have going on, right? Now, I'm not an expert, but in my opinion, it's like in those moments where it's time to like double down on the things that are healthy, that you find yourself, um, getting some relief from maybe some of the stuff you're going through. So that might be, for me, like I said, jumping into one of the movies, making a new song, or just working on a beat for fun, even if I'm not using it for a project. But then like my collection, maintaining my collection, setting things up in a new way, going over some figures I haven't looked at in a while, keeping an eye out for new ones as, the budget allows. And then, making videos and pictures and stuff like that around all of those subjects for all of you guys. And all those things really make a huge difference in helping see me through maybe some tougher moments that I've been through. And you guys can ask my Fan Force Alliance fam, but they have seen that in action, where something's going on in my life that's real difficult to deal with, and boom, I just dive into something I know is healthy, that's going to keep me from getting caught up in maybe some of my more negative thoughts, or feeling that obligation towards all of the people here who follow and show love can keep me on track, right? But I'm saying all that to say that, like, to highlight kind of the importance of the small things, or the things that some people might view as small. Like, some people might, criticize you for some of your hobbies, but not realizing that that thing might be the difference maker, in turning a day from like living in this negative space to like having something positive to work on or work towards. So, I highly recommend, guys, if you got stuff going on in your life, like, to dive into your more creative sides. So, like, maybe you like to paint or sculpt, or like me, you make music, or you play guitar, or you have some kind of other hobby similar. And same thing with like the collecting, if you're having a tough day, maybe dive into, doing some rearranging or some cleaning or dusting, and maintaining your collection, and because we always have the opportunity to like surrender to that negative feeling, or to pay into that positive feeling. And you never know, what I mean? Somebody watching you might see you going through something hard, and they see you put your good foot forward and turn something bad around, or something tough that you're going through around, into something good. It might inspire them, like when they're going through something later, to keep pushing, and to not give up on themselves. And it might seem simple and stupid and small, but like, let's say you're like me and you like to collect something, and maintaining that collection. Maybe it seems kind of nerdy to a degree, but you have a friend that's watching that may be really into, like, I'm into Star Wars, maybe they're really into like Lord of the Rings, and so they decide, you know what, I'm gonna start picking up some, and then those little things start making the difference between them having a productive and a positive day, and them kind of surrendering to maybe their sadness or depression or whatever else. Now, of course, obviously, don't don't forsake therapy and medication, and other traditional means. But these are like ways to supplement, even like on crisis days, where you say, you know what, I'm really going through it today. I'm going to push through, and I'm going to do that by, doing something that I enjoy, and having fun with it, and remembering maybe some of the innocence of childhood, as a way to just kind of escape, maybe, and not even escape, but to kind of cope with maybe what's going on. And for me, like I said, I've got, various times that's, it might mean writing songs. It might mean, working on some beats. It might mean doing some collection rearrangement. Might mean making some videos for you guys, or taking some photos and some pictures. Sometimes it's, man, I'm feeling kind of funky today, I'm not really liking it. You know what? I'm going to do a random live, and I'm going to invite some people to come hang out and drop some comments and have a conversation, and check out some cool figures, or talk about something going on with Star Wars, or anything, which all of this kind of leads to my main point. All right. So let's get into it. As you guys know, myself and several other people are part of the Fan Force Alliance. If you guys are ever going through anything, and you just need somebody to reach out to talk to, that's going to kind of offer you zero judgment, whether it be just an ear, or maybe even to point you in the direction of some helpful resources, feel free to reach out to any of us, on our main channel, the Fan Force Alliance page on Facebook. Our group is called the Hip Hop Jedi. You can reach out to us there with like a general request post. One of us will get back to you. But I've been through a lot of different things in life, and spent most of my life in like counseling and ministry of some kind, and beyond just music and everything else that I've gotten into, which will all be fun stories. But all in all, man, I just wanted to say, like, you're not in this alone. We all face different things, whether it's depression or anxiety, or other mental health situations, and other things that might make life a little difficult. Just know that you're not alone. And if you got nobody else, you do have the Fan Force Alliance. Your boy Joby One. And all of us here really care about you and your well-being. So please feel free to reach out to us if you got anything going on, or you just need a friend, or just somebody to talk to, feel free to reach out to us. We really appreciate you guys for all your support. Again, this has been another episode of Taungsdays, am I right, here on the Fan Force Alliance channel. And none of this would be possible without you guys, so we really appreciate you for tuning in and showing love on a regular basis. It makes a huge difference. So drop us a comment. If you're not already, consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that like button, and let's get out there and make a difference using some Star Wars and fandom and all that, and our general care for what we do. Anyways, guys, again, appreciate you. Much love. May the Force be with you. Y'all have a wonderful day.